Hi guys, I'm Dylan Alback, and my mammal was the North American beaver. Some characteristics of the North American beaver, they're actually the largest rodent, and they can live anywhere from 8 to 10 years in age. Um, like I said, they're large rodents. They could get anywhere from 16 to 30 kilograms and up to 120 centimeters long. Um, some interesting characteristics they have are they have sebaceous glands. Everybody has sebaceous glands, but their sebaceous glands actually create more oil than normal. This helps with insulation, floating, swimming, and water repellent. Um, they also have orange incisors. A lot of rodents have this. It's actually iron in their teeth to help with gnawing on things like wood and such so that they can build their dams and things like that. Another interesting characteristic is they actually have valve-like ears and nostrils so that when they're swimming, they could close off their ears and nostrils so that water does not get into their ear canals or nostrils. Some behavior of the North American beaver is most of their time is spent swimming or walking on the shorelines. They do walk on land, but they try to avoid this because they want to avoid terrestrial predators. They are actually very territorial with their dams, with their territories. They will defend their dams from other beavers. Uh, and they build these dams with canal systems that have many uh, basically rooms throughout it so that they could live in there with their families. And that's actually one of the interesting things about their behaviors. They actually have a really complex social structure. They could have anywhere from 5 to 8 family members within a dam. Um, they could have their 2-year-old kids still living with their family. They and I know a lot of people, I know I have actually heard beavers slap the water with their tail, and I've always wondered what that was. Well, actually, what it is that it's just them being alarmed. They got scared, and basically they slapped the water and started to dive down. And slapping the water with their tail helps them dive down quicker. They are actually slow swimmers underwater. They're not extremely fast, and they do most of their activities at night. They are nocturnal. Their diet, they are herbivores. They eat mostly woody plants in the fall. In wintertime, they eat bark, and during the spring and summer, they eat herbaceous plants. An interesting thing about their dams is they actually create food catches so that in the rivers and streams and stuff and lakes, they can catch food with their dams and then go down and eat whatever is caught by their food catches that they create. And they are hindgut fermentators. Beavers are monogamous. They're rather slow reproduction rate for rodents. Uh, Females reach sexual maturity at 1.5 to 3 years old. They can have anywhere from 1 to 7 kits in a litter. On average, though, they'll have 3 to 4. They do breed in the wintertime. Uh, and then later in late spring, they usually or always will have one litter. They Another interesting fact about their babies is they are actually fully furred kits when born. Some conflicts that beavers have, beavers are the engineers of animals. They modify their environments, they create the dams, and the dams could create lakes and flooding of areas, and they could clear landscapes by chopping wood down. And this could be very controversial at times for like farmers. They don't like it when they flood their fields, and there's many situations where this is very controversial. But overall, it is very good for the habitat. They are a keystone species, and this ecosystems that they live in, they create lots of biodiversity by creating these dams, and it is very good for the habitat. And these are my references, and thank you for watching.